There were already problems in defence for the Italian champions, but after the latest round of international matches the situation has worsened. With Marco Materazzi still needing at least a month before recovering from an injury sustained on international duty, Christian Chivu was forced to leave the field after 23 minutes while playing for his country, Romania, in a friendly against Germany. The big money buy from AS Roma will undergo tests when he gets back to Italy and will join another former Roma defender, Walter Samuel, in doubt for the midweek Champions League opener in Istanbul against Fenerbahce. Roberto Mancini already had limited resources due to the UEFA-imposed suspension to Nicolas Burdisso, Douglas Maicon and Ivan Cordoba after last season's match at Valencia, a ban that doesn't affect Inter's Serie A title defence. Without all 5 players, Mancini would be forced to partner new signing Nelson Rivas, an untried entity in European football, in the centre of defence alongside holding midfielder Patrick Vieira. An emergency solution that would certainly put Inter on the back foot in a competition that President Massimo Moratti regards as the main aim of the season. Hailed by Spanish newspaper El Mundo as the football equivalent to Leonardo da Vinci after he stole the show in the European Super Cup final, Andrea Pirlo's vision is not limited to the football pitch. The 28-year-old reinvented himself on his arrival at AC Milan 6 years ago, asking coach Carlo Ancelotti to play him in front of the defence's playmaker instead of his customary role behind the front men. A stroke of genius that has not deserted the Brescia-born midfielder, who started his career with his hometown club before an unhappy spell at Inter, which saw him loaned to Regina, then back to Brescia as he failed to convince on the big stage. Now all lights are on the player whose vision is second to none, considered irreplaceable for club and country. He may well be rested for game day 3 on Saturday as the Rossoneri travel to Siena, with Emerson ready to step in, but will be back to action on Tuesday in the Champions League opener against Benfica. Antonio Di Natale is positively glowing with delight. The diminutive striker scored a brace for Italy against the Ukraine in the European qualifier on Wednesday evening, taking his total to 5 goals in 12 international games. The 29-year-old started his career at Empoli's youth team and then moved around the divisions of Serie C before returning to the Tuscan side at the turn of the century. After 5 seasons and a promotion to Serie A, he moved to Udinese in the 2004-2005 season, forming a formidable partnership with fellow striker Vincenzo Iaquinta. That season, Udinese finished 4th and qualified for the Champions League for the first time in their history, with Di Natale scoring 7 goals in 33 appearances. He wears the number 10 for his club and he is the inspiration behind their attacking play. Quick feet and a good footballing brain are his attributes. Roberto Donadoni, who has made him an important figure in the national side, expects a lot from him, as does the entire country. Liverpool have offered €15 million to Cagliari for their bright young star Pasquale Foggia, according to reports. Rafa Benitez, the Liverpool manager, is a big fan of the winger who has started so well this season, and Massimo Cellino, the Cagliari president, is seriously considering the offer. Foggia is part owned by Lazio, who would demand €6 million from the sale. If reports are to be believed, Liverpool would want Foggia straight away as of January, although the Cagliari coach Marco Giampaolo would like to keep the player at least until the end of the season. Another player who has had an explosive start to the season, Alessandro Rosina, is discussing new contract terms with his club Torino. Currently the player earns in the region of €300,000 and would like to increase that sum to €1 million per season. Torino, who have a rigid wage cap, are not willing to go beyond €700,000. The player is hot property at the moment and he could well demand a transfer if his needs are not met.